Is it actually? Oh shit, it's happening. It's happening. Oh, is that all done? There's the Twitters. That's very cool. How the fuck do I I don't want this up here. I want it somewhere else. Go fuck off. There we go. Right. I think somewhere to begin. Which is cool. Here we go. I think there's like a huge delay on this, so I'm gonna stop looking at myself. Can like you hear me and stuff? Can like you hear me? Right. So I'm gonna post a few more times. Hello, I am streaming on the YouTubes. Right. You should definitely get on with photographing those crisps, poor Punky. It's important to photograph crisps. Anyway, I'm just trying to finish what I was working on earlier. This isn't going to be legible at all, is it? Right. Goes on with this. Make it all the way bigger so it's actually legible. If it's like too small or something, just make some noise and let me know and stuff. So at the moment, see if the game builds. Actually, I need to get latest. Okay. What am I doing? Build game. Which takes far too long. It's important to stay hydrated. Apparently there are 7 people watching, which is impressive. I don't need comments. I just need, yeah. Jesus. So this is the code responsible for rendering the sky, which is just a quad. This turned out to be more complicated than it just being a quad though. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's not meant to be like that. Why is there like a... What? So basically the problem here is that well, the problem with it building that time was that it that was the first time I built it after getting latest, and getting latest contained a modification of the project folder, adding some new files and moving some things around. So yeah, normally it's faster, but I'd like it to be instant, which is like an unrealistic expectation with C++. So this code is grotesque. Basically, oh, none of this text is going to be readable, is it? There are no sky layers. It's a lie. Definitely a lie. Code. There must be a bug in my serialization code. Okay, that's not meant to happen. Did I not push latest correctly? Oh, this shouldn't be quads. This should be oh, I was like halfway through this really awkward thing. So yeah. This is more complicated than it needs to be. I think the problem with doing programming live streams is that you have to go so much slower because you're kind of explaining everything you're doing at once, and you can't just sort of sit there and think and execute. You have to sort of talk through what you're doing, and sometimes you don't even fully understand what you're doing, which is like, yeah. So this is a mathsy thing, so it's probably not the best subject for a live stream. Eventually I want to get to the point where the way this engine works is kind of with modules, where you can unload and reload and dynamic link libraries containing like code for gameplay specific stuff, and all the engine code stays more or less the same as the game's running, but you can unplug a bundle of functionality and scripts and assets and whatever and modify it and plug it back in just without closing the executable. Right, I need to do this thing. No, it has to be 2 quads. Separate quads. I think. First slice of Y left. These need to go clockwise or anti-clockwise. It just needs to be consistent. So that's that, which is bad. We want that. Oh, good. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of a task for the reasonably distant future, so I don't have to think about it for the moment. In the meantime, the first step will just be to sort of separate engine code from game code as much as possible. Camera, switch to 3D. So, the problem that I am trying to solve here is that you've got this textured sky layer, and sometimes you'll want it to repeat a bunch of times, like that, and sometimes you'll want it not to repeat, so it'll just happen like that. But having like a unified code path for handling texture coordinates for that is kind of a massive pain in the ass, as you can see, because of what's happening here, where they're just disappearing. And that is happening because when you're not allowing the texture coordinates to wrap, and you rotate the whole way around, I don't know what SF primitive type quads actually maps to. I'm just using it because it was there. This is just numbers now. My brain was well into this earlier, and then I had to go. So tuition angle graphics. It's fun. Yeah, so that's actually not what I was seeing earlier when I tried this. Highly suspect. Oh, there's like a little weird stage for it. Goes over. I'm just gonna branch on whether or not the texture is repeating. And if the texture is repeating, I can figure out the code for that at some point down the line. My hands are really cold, which makes typing difficult. Texture is repeated. Unhelpful. I have received a text message. Hold on, this is important. Do you want anything from Little? No. TY. By the way, if I need to speak up, then tell me so, because I tend to mumble. Especially when I'm talking to myself. I actually already got alcohol, so I'm good for that. I'll go and get it later from the fridge. Unhelpful. Boop. Can kind of just copy a bunch of this stuff down here and 0, bottom, right hand bottom, right hand top, and left, right, right, left. See if we can get any more people watching. How many have we got? We've got 7. It's not enough. Need more. Streaming programming. Game dev. Stream again. I'm new to this, so forgive how bad I am at it. Yeah, so I will just take a different path if we're rendering one way, rendering the other. Do the crap way here. That works fine for sort of works up to a point, and then it's just like, yeah, broken. Anyway, no longer. I did that the wrong way around. Fuck. This is 2015 because 2013 doesn't have all of the well, I don't think 2015 even has all of the like C++ 11, C++ 14 features that it's nice to have access to. Also, Visual Studio 2015 is just kind of slightly better insofar as any Visual Studio can be good. Sky, camera, oh, that's interesting. There's like some pixels which are very slightly changing. Highly suspect. Anyway, make it replete a lot and oh, put offset radians back in. Well, that does absolutely nothing, which is not what I wanted. It's because angle is not easy here. I'm just on like one of those sort of phases where you write some code and then you comment out and then you rewrite it again and put it back and rearrange things, and it's just a mess. Let's write it. Look at these cool clouds going back and forward. Pretty impressive, huh? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to click the stop debugging button, not the start debugging again button. It's the opposite of what I want. Fuck it. Somebody else can write the good version of that commit message, I think. Right, what do I actually have to work on? No repeat textured sky layers. That's what I was trying to do at the moment, but I've already spent an hour on it today, and it's complicated. I'm definitely not going to be able to do it while I'm supposed to be streaming at the same time. Blend color for texture sky layers. Gradient sky layers. That's a good idea. Right, now we have to actually have different types of sky layers, which makes everything significantly more complicated. Well, not really significantly more complicated. I just like saying significantly. Who's Steve Ballmer again? Is he the Microsoft CEO? Some dubbed anime is okay. There are definitely some good dubs out there. Yeah. Well, there's definitely some out there. I just can't think of any at the moment, which is, yeah. Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop definitely has a good dub. Actually, what's weird about that is that if you watch Cowboy Bebop the movie, they have different voice actors for some of the characters, and it's so fucking weird. I had to watch it in Japanese, even though I'd watched the whole thing, the whole series in English, because my brain couldn't process the idea of having, I think, Spike voiced by a totally different voice actor. Messed up. Right, so colors. Could have multiple colors. Could have multiple colors. That's exciting. Just have one for now. And in here, when we're rendering, Oh man, that's not. Ugh. I actually wrote some helper functions for dealing with colors within GUI somewhere. Color utils, extra dear. In GUI color edit. Here we go. I can't type, by the way, especially when my hands are fucking freezing. It was actually easier to adjust to them speaking Japanese than having totally different voices. Actually, the difference between the voice acting for Spike and the other characters in English is the difference between the English and Japanese is quite striking. There's definitely totally different take on the character going on. Oh, this, the forced scoping. It's just because this is a variable. I don't want to I don't want to still be thinking about it down here. I don't want to add something later on where I try to declare a variable, texture is repeated, and it gets caught out or whatever. I'm pretty aggressive about forced scoping. I probably overuse it. But yeah, I don't like having my variables have any more scope than is absolutely necessary. And then color. It's kind of just a best practice as far as I'm concerned. Oh my god, it's taking so long. It's because sky.h is included in world.h, which is included in a bunch of other places. What's line 288? Line 288. Increase slider angle, offset degrees, offset radians. What's confusing about that? Is it confusing because this says radians and this says degrees? Yeah, so internally it's stored in radians, and this function, slider angle, modifies a value that is in radians, but the interface for it is in degrees. Because, yeah, it's okay. Ooh, black clouds. Pretty cool. Green clouds. Blue clouds. Pink clouds. That's a nice color. Cool. It's got serialization working for colors. Although, before writing the code for that, I should probably write stuff for multiple colours and the option to just not have a texture. Yeah. And then we have like an interface thing for adding colours to this array, and then I guess for now we can just have it so that it just sort of goes between them. That's not going to work for more than 2 colours, so let's just keep it at 2 colours for now. Yeah. And Quarrel. Fuck, why can't I type at all? It's really bad. At any moment my flatmate is going to get back and be like, why the fuck are you talking to yourself? That's weird. Oh my god, there's only 4 people watching. We have to get people back. Ugh, what's the point? As long as you cool people are still here, I'm satisfied. I think what this allows us to do is pretty useful. Oh my god. I need to stand up and I need to put gloves on. These don't actually help significantly, but like, it's better than nothing. World, sky, camera, twitch, da da da. Da. Why aren't those black? Oh, because they're not, it's repeated. I'm just gonna save this so that, yep. Add a new layer. Gonna have it be Oh dear. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. What? Why is this happening? Why is it modifying both of them at the same time? Ah. Oh, they both have the same label. Can't remember how you do this, so editor. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Yeah, it is just because they have the same ingredient. Classic rookie era. I have celery, but I put the hummus back in the fridge, so there it is. Have celery. I have to make it repeated so that it is... Oh, I fucked up, guys. That's going the wrong way. It's meant to go top to bottom. Yeah, they don't have to, what you can do is just put two hashes followed by some extra bit of string, and everything before the two hashes will remain and be actually in the label, and the rest will just be like part of the unique identifier. Add new layer. And move it up. Repeat it. And at the top it's going to be a nice blue. And lower down it's going to be all pink, like that. That's nice. And for the clouds, we'll make them also kind of how do you get orange again? Ugh. Now that is a good sky. That's more like it. Yeah, he's stuck in there now. Oh. Oh. That frame rate. So I have this like this wee performance monitor thing. And basically what it tells me is that some frames take fucking ages and others don't take very long at all, which is kind of suspect. And then the lower one is like so each vertical column of the screen is rendered separately on its own. So this is like a histogram of the last frame to be rendered, with an entry containing the time it took to render each column. And some columns take exceptionally long. And what's nice about it is that you can see that, for example, these flat color walls don't take very long to render, but textured sprites like these guys take a bit longer. As you can sort of see the, like, yeah, it's really clear there, sort of jumping up and down where the guy is. But yeah, I like those gradients. That was a surprisingly effective way to get some like like nice little graphics in there. So we need to start serializing the colors and stuff. Which is in here. Okay. And we're gonna store it in JSON as an array, and if the array is larger than 2. Alright, see ya, Port Punky. I can't remember your actual name, I'm sorry. Yeah, if there's more than 2 entries in the array, then we will just ignore them, the extra ones. But first, at some point I'm going to write some template-y, boilerplate-y code that handles a ton of this stuff. So we don't have to write so much fucking code for deserialization and serialization and all that goodness. So it's not an array. Tell it to fuck off. And if it is an array and one of the entries is invalid, then we'll just ignore it. I don't know if this function that I wrote ages ago will gracefully handle. Okay, so just, yeah, it just fails. Cool. Yeah, I didn't really fully understand the options available to me. What do you mean by schema based? Is XML schema based? I don't really understand what you mean by schema in this case. It might just be me being dumb though. schema-based option, you would define the layout of the data using whatever format the serialization library defines, then typically it would generate code based on that layout. Yeah, that is definitely an end goal for me, but I was kind of like, okay, here's a JSON library. It's pretty useful. It's got some good stuff in it. I'm just going to use it. Yeah, I know about protobuf. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like a good step in the right direction would just be to have like rather than this function being to JSON, it would be to schema, and the schema would just be some generic thing. XML is fucking, you know, it doesn't want your eyes to exist. It's kind of unreadable. I don't like it. Can't remember what like color I had. It was pretty good. Add new layer. Move it up. There. That's I'm happy with that. Save it, see if it actually comes back to us the way we put it. Save. Load. So I think the problem there is that it's totally forgotten everything. What the fuck? Got layers. Got colors. Oh no. It's only got one layer. Only one layer. What's the point in that? Yeah, I haven't really put enough logging in to actually see where it fucked up. So that's good. But the first thing we can do is whoa. I would have expected that to totally fuck up. Um, there's 6 people watching. 6 people. That's like more than I can count. It's more people than went to Donald Trump's inauguration. Topical joke. It's still only one layer, which is pretty fucking suspicious. Here, well, there's 2 layers. It's just that one of them doesn't contain any data other than its name. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, because it doesn't have a texture, so this code that I just kind of randomly dumped in there is just gonna be kind of fucked and not happen. Cool, cool, cool. um, why can't I fucking do anything anymore with my hands? It's not good. Yeah. Hey. So that's happened because some of the colours have come back to us as not what they were. Why is that one so low? Yeah, the control, the thing is just like, what the fuck, come on. Why is that? It's meant to go up faster. Ah! Is it, so like it's saving it and then just doing it wrong? What a nuisance. Ah, I found the problem, guys. It's here. Wow. What am I doing? Camera world. Ooh. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, my flatmate is back. Sky. Fire. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. That is a pretty good place to sort of wrap it up, I think. Hey. What is this?
It's okay. It's white chocolate.
Thank you very much. That's a pretty good cookie. Pretty good cookie. Keep her name. Yeah, just kind of. And I'm going to stop streaming now. Thank you all very much for watching. You have been watching me do a little bit of work on my personal project, which is called Quarrel, and is a... Oh hi, Nelly. I'm actually just about to stop. I might do some Dishonored later, because I need to fucking play more of that, and I don't know, maybe it'd be fun to try streaming it since I seem to have figured out how to do it. Anyway, yeah, this is my side project. It's a thing.